I'm 41, born in 1984, and have been unemployed for a year and a half. Today, I went to interviews at 2 companies, but got rejected from both. The reason was because I'm too old. When I go on job apps, all I get recommended are delivery, courier, housekeeping, security, or ride-hauling jobs. Maybe we have all been labeled by being 41. They think we're only fit for these kinds of jobs. If people around 40 aren't accepted in the job market, what exactly are we supposed to do? I'm from the 80s generation, moved to Beijing 19 years ago, and now I'm unemployed in middle age. I'm still looking for work. These days, I have been checking job listings non-stop. I keep sending out my resume, updating my online profile. The only jobs people reach out to me about are what I call the Iron Man trio jobs: food delivery, couriers, and ride hauling. I know my body can't keep up with those demands, since I've been doing mental work all my life. Switching to physical labor worries me. I'm afraid I won't have the stamina. I'm also scared that if I take those jobs, I won't have time or energy to focus on other opportunities. The jobs I want all have requirements, and the biggest obstacle is age. Recruiters have politely turned me down so many times now. People say 35 is a barrier in the workplace. At 40, I'm not even qualified to cross the barrier. I feel like my years of management experience should be an advantage, but reality keeps slapping me in the face. Comments from viewers below the video tell similar stories. Brother, I'm born in 83, being unemployed a whole year, stuck at home every day, feeling like a failure, can't even pay my kids' tuition. Bros, I'm 81, got laid off from a state company 3 years ago. I was really anxious back then. I get how you feel. That was also when my ex-wife left me. My parents didn't offer any support or comfort. Keep going. I've been unemployed for 3 months too. Middle-aged unemployment might really mean the end of your career. The Iron Man trio jobs don't count. They say middle-aged people looking for jobs are just humiliating themselves. Do you think that's true? In China, a growing number of middle-aged workers are facing widespread job losses. People over 35, especially those working in the internet, real estate, and education sectors, are at a high risk of layoffs. Once they lose their positions within the official system, finding new employment is extremely difficult. Burdens such as family responsibilities, expensive retraining, and workplace age discrimination have made this group especially vulnerable. One man known as Ping Shan on Douyin, Chinese version of TikTok, shared his story of repeated unemployment. Born in the 1980s and a father of 2, he lost his job 3 times within 2 years. As the main source of income for his family, these setbacks left him feeling overwhelmed and hopeless.
我第3次失业了。
This is my 3rd time being unemployed within less than 2 years. The last job lasted only 1 month of probation. Isn't this the lowest point of my life? They say you can bounce back from rock bottom, so isn't this it? I'm from the 80s generation, a father with 2 kids. Right when I'm having to support both my parents and my children, I lose my income. They say everyone hits a crisis in middle age. Is this mine? After losing his job, Ping Sheng had no choice but to return home. He wakes up at 5:30 every morning to make breakfast for his children and take them to school. He also takes on household chores that his wife used to handle. While this routine may seem calm and fulfilling, it does not ease the pressure of losing his income. Monthly mortgage payments and everyday expenses weigh heavily on him, leaving him struggling to keep up. He isn't sure how much longer he can continue like this. Fortunately, Ping Sheng lives close to his parents and often brings his children over for meals. His mother understands his situation. She offers emotional support and sometimes helps him financially to get through these tough times.
我这没有活呢，你上不上？
There's no work here. Are you upset?
上你怎么不是？
Upset? Of course, but being upset won't help. Just use that money to pay the mortgage.
I won't. Your son can't support you in your old age, and you can't rely on your parents for support. I can't take your money.
Take it.
I honestly cannot spend your money.
Then whose money are you going to spend?
I'll find a way. I'll try to earn it myself. I can't spend your retirement money. What will you do for your retirement then?
I'll earn it slowly myself. I can manage.
Though feeling guilty, under the pressure of mortgage repayments, Ping Sheng has no choice but to accept his mother's support. The video resonated with many viewers. One commented that middle-aged men face enormous pressure. Even with only one child, life feels tight. Without help from parents, it would be even harder. Amid China's economic slowdown, young people and middle-aged workers in certain industries have been hit first. In contrast, retirees within the system receive relatively stable pensions, becoming the family's last safety net. Some observers say Chinese society now shows a distorted picture. Middle-aged people lose their jobs, the youth withdraw from society, and the elderly support the family. In November last year, well-known Chinese economist Gao Shanwen described the economic condition as vigorously elderly, lifeless youth, and despairing middle-aged. Reflecting this social phenomenon, the Youth Culture Research Team, China Youthology, examined this phenomenon deeply and shared a case. Xiao Hua was born in 2001 and is searching for a job in Shenyang. She hopes to find work that offers weekends off and a monthly take-home pay above 4,000 yuan. But finding such a job has been very difficult. Not only has she struggled to get hired, but she has also faced repeated rejections from recruiters. She felt especially frustrated when she found out that all 4 of her college roommates were staying at home without working. One day, while in an elevator, a neighbor asked her why she wasn't working. Xiao Hua responded, "Many young people are not working now. My father is unemployed. Our family of 5 relies on only my mother's income. So many people are also unable to find jobs. Isn't it normal that I'm not working?" Xiao Hua's family also lives with her grandparents, both over 70, whose combined monthly pensions is nearly 6,000 yuan. This pension is enough to support the family of 5. Families relying on grandparents' pensions across 3 generations are not rare in China. In Beijing, another case involves a man named Zhao Hang, who works as a Didi driver, while his wife teaches art. Together, their monthly income totals only 7,000 yuan. Meanwhile, his parents' combined pensions exceed 10,000 yuan, covering most family expenses. Zhao views living in his parents' home and spending their pension as normal. He has tried hard, but no matter what he does, his monthly income barely reaches 10,000 yuan. As work becomes harder, he accepted his situation. He said, "Fortunately, I still have my parents. As a child, he used to compare with friends whose dad had the nicer car. Now, those conversations have shifted to whose father receives a higher pension." He continues, "You notice people don't criticize those who rely on their parents anymore." Zhao Heng expressed relief at this change. Still, he admitted he wasn't sure whether this shift was ultimately good or bad. An article from a Chinese financial media outlet described industrial cities, especially in the northeast, where old state-owned enterprises dominate. Many workers earn only 1,000 to 2,000 yuan a month and dream of one thing: retirement. Retirement means their income is no longer affected by how the company performs and can even be more reliable than support from their children. Take Xiaodong's 3-generation family as an example. Their household income shows a clear, tiered structure. The highest earners are his parents, born in the 1960s, who receive monthly pensions of over 6,000 yuan and 5,000 yuan. The second tier is his grandparents, born in the 1940s, with pensions of over 4,000 and 3,000 yuan. The lowest tier is Xiaodong himself. Since 2022, his average monthly income has been less than 3,000 yuan. What worries Xiaodong more than being the lowest earner is that his income is the only one uncertain to grow. In fact, many of his unemployed friends have taken lower-paying jobs due to the pandemic and other factors. Xiaodong recalls that at every family gathering, his grandfather would smile and say, "Living means earning money. That's a good thing." Jiangsu dissident Le Qian told the Epoch Times this situation is common in China, especially in the northeastern provinces, third and fourth tier cities, and economically struggling provinces. I have a friend, Mr. Xu. He graduated from Nanjing University of Technology but couldn't find a job. He became discouraged and just stays home playing games. He's in his 30s and still unmarried. His grandfather retired as director of the local cultural center, and his grandmother retired from a government position. Both received pensions. His parents were laid off from a private company months ago, and now the whole family depends on the grandparents. American economist Davy J. Wong says this is the result of a mismatch between population structure and delayed institutional reform. Young people face higher employment barriers and shrinking job opportunities. Middle-aged unemployment stems from capacity cuts, industrial restructuring, and marginalization of excess production. Older generations who once benefited from state system advantages and now have stable pensions are forced to support family members financially. Lukayan said this phenomenon reflects growing social structural inequality. It is not due to individual laziness or inaction. With imbalanced social security and employment, secure jobs and generous pensions remain inside the system. Family income relies heavily on the elderly's pensions, while young people become economically dependent. This is the reality. Let's take a closer look at how high these pensions actually are for those inside the system.
您现在的退休金一个月是多少？
What's your monthly pension?
Just over 10,000 yuan. Our pensions go up every year.
About 7 or 8,000 wen.
Are you satisfied?
They get over 10,000 wen, way more than me. That's not fair.
I only get 6,000 yuan.
Over 7,000, almost 8,000 now.
My pension is more than 20,000 wen. I'm very happy about that.
Comments from young viewers respond. 7 or 8,000 yuan and you're not happy? Try working outside and earning 4 or 5,000. Not happy? Think about the young people now. We pay into the system to support you, and you're still not satisfied. I work 30 days straight and make 5,000 to 6,000 yuan. Young people work from dawn to dusk and barely make 5,000 yuan. On top of that, we have to support elderly parents and kids. It's tough. This 94-year-old man in Shanghai reportedly receives a daily pension of 5 to 600 yuan just by being alive and waking up each day.
您退休前是做什么的呀？
What did you do before retirement?
I was a deputy department level government official.
And your pension now?
Just over 10,000 yuan a month. I'll be 100 years old in a few years. Some online commentators question whether this group even contributed to social insurance. The key point is that these people tend to live long lives. Many grew up eating organic and green foods despite living modestly when young. A 77-year-old woman in Beijing retired for 30 years shows a face full of happiness.
47我就退休了。
I retired at 47. I'm pretty happy now. I don't work, but get a pension. I'm happier than anyone. I don't have to pick up cardboard or bottles. The government pension is enough for me. The happiest people are those with pensions. Let the young people work hard. What else can they do?
However, under China's dual-track pension system, which creates large urban-rural disparities, not all elderly have the means to support their children. A recent online article titled 5 Facts Everyone Should Know About China's Pension System notes that from 2009 to 2023, monthly pensions for those within the system increased from around 2,000 yuan to over 6,000 yuan. Meanwhile, basic pensions for urban and rural residents rose from 50 yuan to 223 yuan. 168 yuan increase, or roughly 12 yuan per year. With pensions generally low and social insurance unevenly distributed, many elderly people outside the system supplement their incomes by vending at markets, delivering packages, or working as security guards to help support their children, and sometimes even their grandchildren. On May 14th, a sanitation worker in Shandong, a woman in her 60s, said in a street interview that she works 8 to 9 hours a day, cleaning streets, 7 days a week, even on the Lunar New Year. Despite such hard labor, she earns only 1,400 yuan a month. She is 63 years old and has no pension because she is a migrant worker. She tries to save money for retirement while she can still work. So far, she has saved over 20,000 yuan. Still, if her grandson's school fees are unpaid, she has to chip in. She also hands out red envelopes during holidays, money given in red packets as a traditional gift for good luck. When asked if she envies those with pensions, she replied,
What's the point of envy? People get over 10,000 yuan a month in their bank accounts. I only earned just over 10,000 yuan last year. It's so unfair. It doesn't matter what we say. People say they made contributions, but didn't farmers? We paid grain taxes. Didn't that count as contributing? We fed all these people.
"What's your dream, Auntie?"
Dreams? Honestly, what dreams could an old woman like me still have? If I'm reborn, I would rather come back as a little bird. I wouldn't want to be human again. Life is tough, and everything I've done is for survival. Coming into this world isn't easy, and it's mostly about caring for the next generation.
Another migrant worker, a 56-year-old man, still does the hardest and dirtiest work on the construction sites. "Next life, I want to be a dog, a cow, or a horse, not a human. Being human is too tiring."
Do you think hard work can make you rich?
If hard work made people rich, who would sleep anymore? Hard work just helps you survive.
You start at 6 a.m. and finish at 5 p.m., earning about 170 yuan a day. That's exhausting. Without skills, you have to work your body to the limit to make money. Isn't that basically risking your life for money?
Isn't everyone doing that now? We exchange our lives for money, to pay for medical bills. We get tired, but live.
Aren't you worried people will laugh at you for looking so dirty?
I don't steal or rob anyone. I work wholeheartedly. My body might be dirty, but my money isn't.
How many kids do you have?
One son.
How much do you think it costs to get a kid married nowadays?
House, car, bird price, about 1.2 to 1.3 million yuan. I can't really earn that in a lifetime.
What do you think life is all about?
Life is all about the kids. Raise them, care for the people who raised you. That's it. The stark contrast between the difficult lives of those elderly workers and the comfortable retirees inside the system is like night and day. But as the migrant worker said, he worked his whole life for his children. The difference is that retirees inside the system receive generous pensions, while they exchange their health and lives for money. This is the reality in China today. The privileged class inside the system maintains hereditary wealth through control over jobs, household registration, and healthcare, while the vast majority outside the system face long-term deprivation and lack the power to resist. Social mobility has all but frozen, and the idea of common prosperity has become just another empty promise. A former sales employee at a bearing factory in Ningbo, Lu Qiankun, said that the phenomenon of middle-age unemployment, youth withdrawal, and elderly support is not an isolated economic issue, but a sign of the deep collapse of the CCP system. This is not a failure of any single generation, but the result of complete systemic breakdown, an economic distortion, social imbalance, resource monopoly, and collapse of values. As long as the privileged maintain their power and interests remain untouched, the CCP will not care about the lives of ordinary people. Yet this three-generation crisis of total exploitation is becoming a profound threat to the foundation of the CCP rule.